Yeah. Hello, hello. Well, normally we do crafting, which we're still doing. I'm knitting. What are you doing?
I'm at cross stitch. I'm still doing my cross
Yeah.
stitch. Like I'm determined to get this done
I
at
have
some point.
also started I have shamefully started another blanket, but I'm using like scrap yarn for it for like yarns that I have for other projects and stuff. Because
Mm.
this blanket is not big enough to cover me at night. So I need a big one. And Cess is not done, and I don't have the yarn to finish Cess right now, so I have to wait till I can get the yarn for it. But welcome everybody. We know that this is supposed to be crafts, cups, and crafts, cups, and chat with no politics, but we lied. We're talking
It's
politics
crafts
today because
sounds
we're
so
evil
much
atheists
close
and we
to
have no
crafts.
morals. Something
Yeah,
like that. I
exactly.
don't
We
know.
no moral atheists, normals, something, something, something. That's how that
It's
works.
triple C. It's triple C's. I don't know.
It trouble seas. Yes, exactly. Well, okay. I told Lil because I saw on the Facebook you put that little thing there, and I was like, well, and I had the same thought, but I just didn't post about it. And then you said, you're like, well, and then I said, well, I kind of want to talk about this.
Hey,
And then
Kelly.
you say you want it. Hi, Kelly. And then you said you want to talk about it. So now we have to talk about it.
I'm always up. I am always up for talking religion, politics, Christian nationalism, science, history, and Nazis. Like that's just what I'm always up for talking about. It's my area.
I mean, like, I'm always.
Well.
I think because there's
for
so.
anybody who does not know, who is tuning in later, I am a historian. I cover the Holocaust, so that's why Nazis are in there.
Yeah. And we have modern day Nazis. Like the Nazis never left, so it's just one of those things.
I got to punch
see. That's why you're awesome.
I was okay. So I was teaching. I have failed this guy because he every now and then we would get a neo-Nazi in class that basically just wanted to come in there and argue. It's like you'll see occasionally, and we also had this up there too. Is that we're religions classes? We would have like some hardcore Christian come in there and try to preach to everybody. It happened in my class too. That we would get neo-Nazis or people who would argue against it. We had some people who would be like, well, are those numbers really right? Because they honestly just didn't know, and like their history was so screwed up from their upbringing. But anyway, so I had a policy of I would never give anybody a 0 on anything. I give them like a 3 for like spelling their name right, because a 3 hits harder than a 0. Anyway, I failed him. I did not know that he was on academic probation already. I did not know that he would be kicked out of college if I failed him. Failed him anyway. Dude got a 17 in my class. Go figure. 17. That's I like the number 17, which is why I remember that he ended up getting a 17. Storms into my office, ready to throw down. I'm sitting there in a pencil skirt and heels. I get to him first, and I got to dude ended up going to prison for 3 years. So
there you
go. Is that better?
Hey Laura. Hey Maya.
I'm using Seth's mic. I'm using the good one. So
yeah. I think you sound good though. I like the thing is sometimes
you're a little loud. Let me try that. Let me see if that helps.
Me? Okay. I can turn it down a little bit.
No, I got it.
No problem. You got it. Okay, yeah, you can turn it down. Turn on the same audio. Okay, so we lied.
Yeah,
we're evil atheists.
We're evil. We have no moral code.
Yeah. Nope, something. Okay, so we're gonna. Yeah, exactly, because we have to the Great Lord Sauron.
Let me see.
Let's turn mine down.
Well,
let me get my audio settings. Hold on.
My volume.
Hold on.
I'm using Seth's mic, so I've got the good one today. I forgot to
I have
swap
the
out
good
the
microphone.
cameras though.
Uh, okay, let me see
Okay, so for
here.
while Helen's doing that, for anybody who does not know, I am making this blanket, and I actually have already done this one. I've got this one, which this is like a pastel version of that one, which I love.
Mhm.
And then I also did one with black, charcoal, gray, burnt orange, and white. So I kind of did like Longhorn colors for my dad, which of course my dad passed away in 2020, and now Seth is using it. So
Oh. Mhm.
yeah.
Is that better?
What's a
Is that
moral
better?
code? I don't know. What is this moral code you speak of? I do not understand.
Hey, honey. Hi, Beard. How are you? I'm
But
I'm still working on my cross stitch. So we're
I
gonna talk
did
a little bit about politics because shit's going down. So let's go. So you go ahead, Lo, while I set up my needle.
so also, I started a blanket. This is anybody who saw the one that I did for Ember. This is pretty much the same pattern, but I'm using scrap yarn that I have from various projects for it. I just need something that is big enough to cover me at night. So,
I have several throw blankets. I have a lot. I have like
mm,
three in my high boy over here, and then I have three
mhm.
out in the living
I
room. And I
had.
kind of want to get one of those blanket ladders. Ugh.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that I want one of those
yeah.
when I have disposable income again. So
Hmm.
yeah.
I've got something that I want to make Seth at some point, but it's gonna take money and time and him being at work, so he won't see what I'm doing.
Fair.
So yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I told Lil we could talk about politics because we both wanted to talk about the same thing. So I'm gonna have you start that off.
Okay. Do I start off with my rant or with the other stuff?
You
Okay, I'll
start off
start
on
off
your
with my
rant.
rant.
Do your rant first.
Okay.
Get it.
So I've got a problem with people who are single issue, like who basically people who looked at the past election and decided I'm not going to vote because of this one thing.
Oh,
As far as I am concerned, people who did that, they are just as culpable for the shit that happened as the Trumpers did that didn't vote because meh or because they just didn't care enough or whatever. Like, guys, we tried to fucking warn you. And now you see all these MAGAs coming out and being like, I'm sorry, I didn't know I was voting for this shit. Bullshit. But then the people who didn't vote also want to play the same card saying, well, I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Bullshit. We told you. And the thing is was I
yeah.
thrilled about the vote? Not really. But guess what? It's about fucking harm reduction. It's about
Right.
not making shit worse on
Exactly.
everybody. Okay, now we're getting beef from Argentina that has antibiotics used in it that is illegal across the world to the point that China will not import it. If China won't eat your beef, there is something desperately wrong there. Um there's measles breaking out in fucking Pennsylvania. I mean, there's all this crazy, there's the diarrhea lettuce and all this other shit. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
own that. I'm sorry, but that is the way I feel about it. If you didn't vote, you own it just as much as the Trumpers. Yeah.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
because
exactly.
I
Maya's got it perfect. If you didn't vote, you're just as
yeah.
culpable as those who did. No mercy. And it's because like I've said before, and I've said this a million times, 2016, I can forgive that vote under most circumstances. It kind of depends, but most circumstances I can forgive that vote. 2020, I have a much harder time.
My
2024 or the no votes, fuck you.
so
2016,
for
it comes
example,
with truly regretting your vote and then making an about face and voting right.
that's what my dad did. He voted in 2016 to Trump because he's always voted for Republicans.
Mhm.
saw how he handled the pandemic, saw what was happening. He didn't understand why certain social issues were more important than policy. He didn't get that. So
Yeah.
then the second time round, he in 2020, his last vote, he voted for Biden because he was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I would be I would be a bit of a hypocrite if I said if that I could not forgive a 2016 vote because that's who Seth voted for in 2016. But I
right.
think knowing Seth, we could all say he has done a complete about face. He is now an atheist
Yeah,
socialist, so go figure.
weird that. So it is weird that like I mean I can be forgiving of
Yeah.
2016. I'm like we did like we knew because I was like this guy's like I've known this guy's been on like a used car salesman and like awful
Mhm.
forever. You know, but I understand that some people didn't have that education. They were used to voting a certain way. You know,
Yeah.
but like 2020 if you voted for him last time, I am like I am sorry, honey. I am
Yeah.
so sorry you voted for him in 2024. I'm over you right now.
Yeah. No, I'm
So
done.
much.
Um And Mayo says, I'm mad people will buy into the rhetoric about making your rep earn your vote. They've told us their objective is to get as few people voting as possible. Uh, they make lawmaking it hard. They make laws making it hard to vote. Blech. Um, yeah, like I'm straight there too because there's no I guarantee you, there is no candidate that's perfect. I guarantee you, I could probably go through Bernie stuff and find something that I'm like, I wouldn't approach it quite this way, or something like that. Like there's going to be, but the thing is there might have been a time where they needed to earn your vote, but I'm talking like 30 freaking years ago. At this point, it is about harm reduction and what is going to hurt everybody less. Like,
Exactly.
it's just like he has broken every single promise that he has. He has gotten us into a war and then refusing to declare the people who have died in that war as war dead. Because they're saying, oh no, they got killed in training exercises, so they don't have to count them among the war dead. Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. I mean, say what you want about the military, but like,
My
I
we
mean,
knew I
it's
have too many friends that have been in the military. My son is still
yeah,
getting my son has served. My dad. So like there's
yeah,
issues, but you have to keep in mind that the people that are in the US military, the president is their boss. And there's something
yeah.
like
And
and I
a
do
lot of the
think do I
people
think there should be more massive walkouts in the military? Absolutely fucking but also those people that's their job. They have families and
yeah.
expenses just like the rest. So they're
And
putting and also too that could ruin their career. They don't know the future outcome of
yeah.
certain choices. So
And
it's like I
also
don't blame
with
them. I blame the guy that's making them do things that they wouldn't normally agree to do, but they're stuck between
nice Ollie.
rock and a hard place.
um
No, me too.
name
I
a
took a
perfect
gummy before
politician.
we
Me? No,
started.
I'm kidding.
So,
um I I
oh, I
do
started.
not so I've run two political campaigns. There is not enough money in the world to get me to run for office. Like ever. I would not fucking do it. And I will never run a political campaign again. Um that's uh hmm, that's a whole story
That's
there
a
that
that's a whole different conversation we could have. But
yeah.
like okay, so okay,
Um
finish your rant. I'm sorry. I was just I
um
like that point made me think, but go ahead.
but the thing is like the kids in the military, the people who are like the foot soldiers who are like on the front lines and stuff, a lot of times coming from an area that I did where we were growing up, there is not a lot of opportunity. Like a lot of kids get into the military because they see it as one of their only options. And for some of them, it kind of is because, and this is going to sound horrible, but some of them just are not going to be able to cut it at college. And there's just not that many jobs around. So it kind of ends up to where that's the only opportunity they've got. So they take it, but then they also take it not realizing what they're going in there to actually do. Like, I heard a lot of that from, like, a lot of Iraq war veterans who were like, I was a kid, I had no idea this what it was gonna end up being like. And yeah, they propagandize it, but it's one of those things that I don't the it's one of those things of it's like the office of president. I still have respect for the office of president, not for Trump. Fuck that. And not for anything he says. But that's also partially what makes me so fucking angry at the shit that he's doing. Because I think he's in there running all over the name of the office of president. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
shitting
love
on it.
American history. Yeah, like I love American history and I love politics and I love all this stuff. One of my all-time favorite TV shows, shit you not, was West Wing. Like, I love this shit. But it's just like he is making such a goddamn mockery of it that the shit that he's doing would not get into a fucking Veep episode. Cause it's too fucking
That's what
crazy.
I just thought of Veep. That was where my brain went, and I was because I love Veep, and this is what the fuck. And
There was
it was kind of like South Park was saying like they were having a hard time writing because the satire writes itself.
yeah.
Like the stuff we would come up with, like the stuff that he's coming up with is crazier
Yeah.
than we could come up with. You know, the absurdity of it all. You know,
During Trump's trial, of the falsifying business records, I want to say it was like Law and Order said we wouldn't. It was either that or like some of the other investigations he was on, and they're like, we wouldn't even pick this up because it sounds too absurd. Like that's how fucking absurd the shit is. And it's like, and there's multiple reports of he's basically indicated over and over and over that he doesn't want to do the job as president. He just wants the title and he wants the trappings that go with being president. He doesn't want to actually
which
do the
is
job. So
he's trying to avoid going to prison.
And guess who his lackeys are? Fucking Christian nationalists and racist pieces of shit. So why do you think shit is going so crazy right now? And on top of that, why, if you look at the policies that they're putting out, none of the policies are like meshing with anything else. They're all fucking disjointed because they're all being run by different people who are not fucking talking to each other. Which, thankfully, they're not talking to each other and doing this in a coordinated manner. But, like, it's just like, it's a complete and utter shit show.
Because they don't know what they're doing. They don't have any expert.
They
They're billionaires, private interest people. They don't know how to run a government. Like fuck. If I think that I can be the secretary treasurer better than other people could be, and I know nothing.
I bet you do better than Scott Bessent, though.
I would, and I don't know. I'd be like, because the thing I was do, I would hire experts to educate me on this, and then I would be like, okay, well, I know how to run a household budget. Let me see if I can do it, like with the National Bank. But it's one of those things, like when I know, but I'm saying that, like, I understand basic economics. I don't understand like the complications of it, but that's why you get educated on it. But like the thing is though, I would want, if you're giving me that type of responsibility, I want to be fucking educated on it.
Yeah, exactly. And
we're that.
It's fucking madness. I mean, like it's just, oh my god. Like
the inmates are running the asylum. It is the inmates running the asylum, and it's frustrating, but I know it's not going to last. So I just have to remind myself that I'm like, it's just a time. It will pass. It will be okay.
Yeah,
it's not going to be forever.
This is what I've been saying pretty much since I got on YouTube. Is I get it, and I get how dark things are, and yeah, they're probably going to get darker. But the thing is that there is the light at the end of the tunnel. Fascist regimes, which, like it or not, this is a fascist regime, they don't tend to last that long because one of the things is they do tend to be around a cult of personality, which they are a cult around Trump, regardless of what other people are saying. DJ Vance does not have the charisma to match Trump to be able to do what they're doing.
D-
And on
JD
top of that,
Vance has the personality of oatmeal.
yeah. Hey, don't insult oatmeal like that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If anybody that, but it's like cheap, awful oatmeal. Like it's not
Yeah.
even Quaker Oats. It is like a bargain bin dollar store oatmeal with like no flavoring, and it probably has a shelf life that
Yeah.
expired like in 2016. Like, so not to
Yeah.
all,
I
not
mean,
to all the oatmeals in the world.
but I've said one of the biggest mistakes that this regime did is they went too hard too fast. And I think one, that's because Trump got into office and knew he was a lame duck, and so he
I have a
had to try as
couch.
hard as he possibly could to get all his shit done as fast as he could. And I think also the Christian nationalists and the racists and shit, like Stephen Miller, who are in there, understand whether, regardless of their own delusion, they at least understand that if they cannot get it done in this administration, they will never get it done.
Right.
And so they went too hard, too fast, as opposed to slowly ramping this shit up and us being in year 3 when this crazy shit starts happening and us kind of being used to it. They went too hard, too fast, and everybody's like, whoa, hold on a second. Because this is one of the bad things about the way that the first Trump admin did with the people who were trying to kind of keep things on the rails there, is they were able to
Hmm.
keep things on the rails enough that most people didn't notice the craziness. You had to be super in tune to the politics and what was going on and shit to see, like, oh, what the hell is going on with this shit? This shit's nuts.
Right.
But people like my mom who don't pay attention to politics didn't see all that. She's seeing it now
Right.
because they went too hard too fast.
And I think that's part of it too, is that you can only like yell about queer people for so long, or immigrants for so long, when we're talking about like people can't get jobs, like
Yeah.
and like, yeah, and measles are coming back and nobody can get health care, and gas is like $5. Yeah. Listen, also, my couch has plenty of personality. Thank you very much, Tommy. It's very comfortable. I love a sectional. So don't insult my couch. But like, but like, it's one of those things that like you want it, like the racism and like the immigrants, like unless you're in a place of privilege, if you're like the average American person where you don't have that nice little cushion there, or you're like completely um super undereducated,
Yeah.
which is not a lot of people's fault. Like there's a serious lack of education in this country in certain areas, and not everybody has had the privilege of a really good education. Not saying it's an excuse, but it gives context.
Yeah.
um but you can only do that for so long before the rest people start catching them. Like, yeah, well, Trump said that groceries, like I was going to be able to get eggs for $2, and
Yeah.
made all these promises, and we're a year and a half in, and now we're at,
Yeah.
wait, he lied. Like, and like, people aren't stupid. Like they
Yeah.
like they
Like,
they might not be educated on politics, but when it comes to, I need to feed my family, I need to
yeah.
survive, and I can't even do DoorDash because
Yeah.
everybody's doing fucking DoorDash for extra
Yeah.
money. That tells you something.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also to the point that like okay, so like because people were, they're like, "Oh, he's going to bring down gas prices." Uh Seth had mentioned this on Politicality for anybody who wasn't there, but like there was a guy who was sitting there and you could see it on his face that it was just hurting how much the gas was. When we finally pulled up and saw how much he spent like $140 filling up his truck. But Seth said something to him like, "Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it?" And he's like, no, not really." And we're both like, "Yep, he's a Trumper for sure." I mean, but the thing is like gas is so expensive where we live that we'll hop across the border to South Carolina and go get gas. It's 30 cents cheaper over there. And I mean, the thing is like where I was in Texas, I was an hour from the border which I was, well, a little over an hour from the border. But it's like that wasn't an option. And gas prices were rising like mad in Texas, which is saying something.
Mm-hmm.
Texas gas prices are usually on the lower end. Like they're not super high most of the time. Like Texas had a bit of a buffer, but like they don't have a buffer
Mm-hmm.
for this shit, not anymore.
Oh God, no. And I think that's the thing is that where I think people like it, that and the because like you may not like queer people, okay, that like fuck you if you if you're a bigot,
Yeah.
but that kind of goes away when you're like, I can either choose my medicine or I can choose gas to go to work.
Yeah. I mean,
That doesn't, like, that stuff kind of fades into the background when you have to make those day-to-day choices.
like,
Yeah, and the guy that
yeah,
you voted
like,
in said he was gonna make all the changes and he
yeah.
didn't do what he said.
And I'm really tired of seeing people bitch about people who have kind of family because they're MAGA or and stuff. And I'm like, guys, at this point, it's an issue of morals. There is one person in my family who I know was formerly MAGA. They are not anymore. That I haven't cut off. And it's like, I'm sorry, but like, if you don't believe in like basic human rights, we have nothing to fucking talk about, and I want nothing to do
Right.
with you. Like, that's all there is to it. I don't give two fucks if you're family or not. I have the I have the best partner in the world. I have the best group of friends in the world. I have my chosen family.
Right.
I'll turn to them if I need something. Which, frankly, this community has helped me out a hell of a lot more than my family has. Like my actual blood family. Well, not even blood because I'm adopted, but
Oh yeah,
that's
this
just like
family has done more for me than my blood family has. And it's not
I
and
know,
it's not, I'm
Devia,
not
we lied. I know,
I
Devia,
know we lied. May we
We're
burn in
evil.
atheist hell.
Yeah, we're evil atheists with no moral code. Therefore, we lie like crazy.
something.
Something. No, it was just there's been stuff
There's
that
a lot
popped
going
up.
on right now.
I have politicality tomorrow, but Helen is also doing a show tomorrow at the same time, so she can't come on politicality and talk about this. So we're doing it here.
Yeah. Yeah. So, because like, okay,
We will talk about other stuff though.
We are going to talk about other stuff. It's a 2-hour show. We'll talk about something else. Like the thing is though, like I get a little like irked when people like I see people like the thing is though I've been really fascinated about is like these parents who are
Seth will
mad
judge
because
me.
they're okay. Good for him. So
No, I was
no deviant. We praise to our Dark Lord Sauron, and then he forgives us for talking about politics. That's how that works.
Okay, this is a total tangent based on that, and I'm sorry, ADHD. But Sauron is not the scariest guy in Lord of the Rings. Not by a long shot.
No, it's a big guy.
Who?
Sauron.
No, he's not the scariest one though.
No, he's not. He's this he's a spirit of evil, and then like
okay,
and,
who's
and
the scariest? Who's the guy you do not want to go up against? In Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I have to think that.
Oh, this is easy. Come on.
Maybe the Witch King.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a rubber ducky of the Witch King of Angmar. I don't have it behind me.
I have leggings. I have leggings of the Witch King. Oh, we have a pop doll of the Witch King
nice.
on the Fell Beast. So we're dorks. So yeah. And I have Witch King leggings that I bought from Black Box.
That's awesome.
I am not a nerd.
No,
So anyway.
Witch King of Angmar, like if you know what he did, especially like in the second agent crap, dude's freaking terrifying. Like he scares me more than Sauron ever has.
No, because the Nazgul does the acting for Sauron, which is that in the original
they
evil
do,
bad
but
guy.
they also have their own free will to do because
they also have their free
Witch
will.
King
So
he did all that shit on his own. He wasn't being directed by Sir for
Oh,
that. He did that shit on his own.
thank you, Elira. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know. Well, okay, I was just doing my channel
She
before,
is
and
awesome,
now
isn't she?
I try.
Helen is fantastic. And she gives really
I
good
think you're
hugs too.
I do give good hugs, and I'm full of spite, sarcasm, and but I also get very excited if I see you and act like I
And she's
haven't seen
tiny
you in like.
compared to me, apparently.
I thought I was
I'm
like
still
an average height girl, and then a lot of women I meet are taller than I am.
I was flipping through pictures from NeoCon last night, and I was just like,
Yeah.
holy crap. Because, like,
Oh,
I didn't
I
think
have
I
good
was
news.
that tall, but
I have good news about NanoCon. I got asked to be their volunteer coordinator for next year. So I get to volunteer people. Apparently, I made enough of an impression that they want to give me responsibility.
oh, awesome.
So, yay, I get
That's
to
cool.
volunteer people, which is my favorite thing to do. I love volunteering people. It's my favorite. Can you give me a
I have a
leadership
feeling I would
position?
get voluntold to do something at some point.
Oh yeah, I will volunteer you. Listen, if you love me, you're getting volunteered to do something if you're coming to NanaCon. So I'm warning all you bitches out there that are my friends. If you're coming to NanaCon, because I'm volunteer coordinator, I'm making you work. But I will give you high praise and hugs for it. I might even give away candy to all the volunteers. I might make little candy bags as
Are they
thank
going to be
yous.
Reese's?
I don't know yet. It was just an idea I
If
just
you
came
do
up with
Reese's,
now.
I'll do anything for Reese's.
It just popped in my head now. So I just got asked today. So and I did submit
do
my
Reese's
workshop.
because I will do anything for a Reese's. So
Okay, yeah. Well, like a Klondike bar.
yeah, something like
Have
that,
you
yeah.
had the dark chocolate Reese's?
Oh my god, yes.
They are. I wish they still sold them. You can get them online, but they are so. Well, you can't get them here. They are so fucking good because I love dark chocolate, and if you have that with like a good red wine, it's sexy in your mouth. So it's a orgasm.
I don't think we can go 3 minutes on this show without mentioning sex somehow.
No, we can't. Have you met me? Todd's
Yes,
working on the prototype. Todd's been working on the prototype for the flogger for my merch.
Nice.
So there's that.
I just have shirts. I do have a lick me daddy
I
shirt, though.
want like because I want to like because then I could sell it like we go to like King Fleece and sell them there and stuff and then like because like it's called diversifying your product, guys. This is how you do marketing. I sold shit for a living for a while, so you know, thanks. So I'm an adorable chaos goblin. I just wear a skin suit. I wear a people suit. Okay, we can go back to politics. I am a lovable chaos, and I love all my other chaos goblins. So okay, yes, it's how we all ended up here. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, TVN. You know. Okay, going back to the politics, I wanted to talk about not only that there is kind of a light at the end of the tunnel, but I do so I wanted to talk about the Supreme Court kind of telling Trump he can tell people the states that not to do mail-in voting. So do you want to talk a little bit about that as someone that is more educated on this particular subject at this moment? Because I only watched Kyle talk about it and that was all I got. And then I got distracted.
Like, yeah, it's bad. Don't get me wrong. But I know there's some other court cases that are in the pipeline about it that could affect it. It's one of those where it's like, I don't mail and vote. I've always gone like in person.
I'm a mail-in voter.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things of like I rather go in person and do it.
Though I went in person this year because there was I fucked up a ballot, so I had to go in and actually go. But that's a different story. Anyway, go ahead.
But And actually, 2024, I went in person because I had to show my son how to do it. Because he's like, I don't know how to vote. I'm like, I'll show you how to vote. Luckily,
Okay.
he voted the right way. But yeah, there's some problems, and I'm trying to keep everything straight in my head because I've got like 16 stories for tomorrow that are floating around my head. Um, but there's other things that are in the pipeline, and it's not necessarily saying whether states are are going to comply in the way that Trump wants them to.
Hmm.
There's also a big thing about states run their election. There is almost no interference from the federal government. This is one of the reasons why I constantly bring up that um, a nationwide vote would be so hard to steal, is because you would
Oh my
literally
God,
have to
yes, it
go
would.
to 50 different states and do all of their go and interfere with all of their voting stuff. Like there's no federalized thing, and there shouldn't be a federalized thing. Like yeah, there's pros and cons to it, but not having it federalized makes it really hard to do that. Um, it is, and the thing is like he's kind of shooting himself in the foot
That's what
because
I
guess
said.
what? A lot of his voters vote by mail. He votes by mail. So if they're trying to limit that, he's going to limit a lot of his voters. One thing is on the American Save Act, which is not getting passed, so don't worry about that. But about that it said in there that marriage license was not a um good enough resource to say or it's not good enough proof to say your name changed. So if you changed your name when you got married, you were kind of screwed. But here's the thing,
But that's been the
and I
standard.
get
But that's been the
I get
standard
women across the
forever.
board. Yeah, I get women across the board change their names. But if you don't change your name, you're more likely to be liberal and more likely to vote Democrat. For instance, if, and this is a gigantic if because it will probably never happen, but if I got married again, I'm not changing my last name. I'm
No,
keeping
I
it.
wouldn't. I would probably
Like
go
I
back
didn't this last time
to. I
either.
would probably go back to my family name, but if I got divorced, I mean, to weren't together
Yeah.
anymore, I would probably go back. I would probably go back to
Man,
my
my
family name.
married name the first time I got married. So my last name was it was a Spanish name that if you can pronounce like two very common Mexican food items, you can pronounce this last name. Nobody could pronounce it. I was like, it's
To be
not
fair,
that fucking hard.
um, my um my maiden name um was Joseph, but it had an F at the end. And for some
Oh,
reason, I
huh.
don't know why, but like sometimes you'd be talking to like be on the phone and or whatever, and they'd be like, "Hi, is this so and so Joseph, like Jose, like Joseph,
Yeah.
or like?" And I'm like, "That's
I
what
got
you said."
yeah. My married last name was
And
Trujillo.
technically it's a Middle Eastern Albanian last name. So
Yeah.
there you
So my married last
go.
name was Trujillo, Trujillo. If you can pronounce
Yeah,
fajita and you can pronounce tortilla, you can pronounce Trujillo. I got
trio. I can say
Trajoli.
it.
Trajoli. I don't know how many times. I got Trujillo. I got Trujillo. I mean, I got
Took my family name and
I
gave my.
think once.
I
Once
love you.
in 7.5 years did someone pronounce my name right. Once.
It's so weird.
And it's like
Like,
growing up, like I hated Pin because it was just like it was just meh. Like
yeah.
I mean, it's like it's the most bland name ever. Apparently I get like $1,000 scholarship to Penn State if I decide to go to Penn State because my last name is Penn. At least that was the deal when I was in high school. Um,
Oh, I
but
gotta they got rid of that.
I didn't want to go
I
to
mean,
Penn
I don't know.
State anyway. So,
Yeah.
um, but it's just like yeah, like, I mean, if you the thing is if you change your name, like, it shouldn't be that hard to have your government documents swapped over.
And
And
that's nothing that would limit him too, because a lot of like not progressive people, but a lot of older people like myself, like I don't have my Mary, I took Todd's name, so
yeah.
I'm like, why?
And even if
It,
you had your marriage license, it wouldn't suffice as
yeah,
documentation for your name change. So it's stupid. But I have a bit of a, and I'm using it would be a hypothesis, but I'm using theory in the colloquial sense, not the scientific sense, even though
mm,
that kind of drives me nuts when people do this. Is a lot of the people who are behind the Save America Act and the mail-in voting shit, they're all Christian nationalists.
oh yeah,
There is a very large undercurrent of Christian nationalists who think women shouldn't have the right to vote. And I'm
oh yeah, I
wondering,
know. They're about
and it's one of those things of, this is one of the ways they're kind of trying to shoehorn that in there with women not being able to vote, and basically, white married men who own property are the only ones who can vote.
which is
Like, it's going to end up getting to
hard
that if they
when
keep going.
women own property. Married woman own property. I own property. I'm a co-signer on my mortgage. And if something happens to Todd, it's my house. So I own property.
Yeah.
So try again.
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Jesus Christ.
it's one of those things of like when
This
me
is
and
a
such
future that does
eventually,
not exist anymore,
yeah,
guys. Like I want to tell, like I want to shake these men and like and all these new men that join like the manosphere shit kind of thing. I'm like the future you are imagining will does not exist, has never existed,
yeah,
and so just let it go. It's never existed and it's never going to, because people be people and people don't like to be repressed. We tend to get kind of fickle about that when you take independence away from
yeah,
us. Mhm.
yeah, exactly. I
Weird.
mean, it's just
Because for
like,
every trad wife, there are three other women that and progressive people that are not women. They're going absolutely fucking not.
yeah,
So there you go. So shut up. It's not gonna
yeah,
happen.
exactly.
They're lying to
I
you.
mean,
It's grifting.
and the
It's all
thing
grifting.
is,
That's all grifting too. It's all capitalistic grifting.
I mean, I think what is with the guys in the manosphere who want trad wives is, I think that one, they're overestimating the women who actually want that. Um, hang on.
But it's one of those things like
Sorry. They're
I mean,
overestimating the women who actually want that. And here's the thing. Here's the thing about feminism. If you want to be a trad wife, by all means, go ahead. Nobody's stopping you. But
I
that
guess I'll
should be
go.
your choice if you want to do that shit.
Like I
I
don't want to do
don't.
that shit.
I
I
don't.
don't want. I don't. But if you, but the thing is, so that kind of makes me mad because like my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and I didn't consider her a trad wife. Like she had her own voice.
Yeah.
Like she never became a nationalized citizen, so she didn't vote. But she could have her own opinion. She could have her own thoughts. Like my dad wasn't like controlling her as a person. They
Hmm.
just made for the generation that grew up. But even for the their
Yeah.
traditional 1950s 60s Archie Bunker relationship kind of bullshit, even still they were not traditional.
Yeah.
So I'm like, motherfucker, what are you talking about? Like, if you
Yeah.
want a robot, get a sex doll. Like, I'm
And
sorry, like
yeah.
even
And I think
even
for
your
the other and I think for the other chunk of guys who want this is, they
exactly, not
know
all stay on mom's travel.
how
Exactly, Maya.
unpopular it
Like,
is, but they want to force it anyway. I mean,
which is which again is not a way you get people to move over to your movement, because force usually comes with resistance. Basic physics, guys. Like,
I do know that I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, but I was using
yeah, I
trad
was
wife
too.
as like the most extreme example of that. So
But I was using like the 1950, because that's the image that they have, like that
yeah,
1950s
Mhm.
leave it to bit. I'm like, that world never existed. That's why it's on TV.
Mhm.
Like the Brady
I mean,
Bunch was a blended family, which is pretty progressive for the 1970s. So late
yeah.
60s, early 70s. So good Brady Bunch. But it's one of those things that was really interesting because I think that Carol was originally divorced. Her husband did not pass. There was or Mike was divorced, one or the other. One of the parents was actually divorced in the beginning story, but then the networks got weird about it, so they switched it to their spouses both died. But it was just really interesting because
Mhm.
um it's really interesting because like even again these traditional families weren't it wasn't a thing. It's a fantasy. But for some reason, these motherfuckers are, because they can't get laid because any self-respecting woman, whether she wants to stay home or not, will not respect you.
Mhm.
They won't like you. They will not want to fuck you. I'm sorry, guys. Like our vaginas tend to dry up as soon as you stop talking to us like we're people. Like
Yeah.
I don't care how much look back seeing and working out you do. If you're a piece of shit, I don't want to have sex with you. I'm just looking at you like, oh,
Yeah.
you're a butt. Because you
Yeah,
opened your mouth.
like I mean, it's one of those things too. Is like how you treat other people is also part of what makes you attractive to other people. If you treat
Yeah,
people like shit, nobody's gonna.
there's a sexual attraction for people that do good acts and are kind to other people. There's actually
Yeah,
a sexual attraction. I forget the word for it. I'm sure Ember will tell me. You
Ember
probably know.
might. I
um,
do have to say this. I'm gonna brag on her a little bit. Ember is seriously the smartest fucking person I know.
she is
Like
the smartest
hands
person I
down.
know. Hands down. Like you are an encyclopedia of knowledge that I'm always like every time we hang out, I'm always learning something new. Do I always retain it? Not always, because that's just short-term
Mhm.
memory. But I learned something new. But usually somebody will bring it up at another time, and I'll go, "Oh yeah, I knew that." I'm like, probably Amber told me that.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry, we got way ADHD guys.
yeah. I
Welcome.
what we're
Well, way back. We're rolling all the way back to the federal voting thing that
oh yeah.
Trump is trying to make happen.
Hmm.
We started that 47 minutes ago. We're coming back around, guys. Okay, try again. I will be quiet so you can get it all out. I promise. For at least a
Hang on.
minute. Maybe
Trying to
two.
find because
Because
I
I didn't
don't
like
want to
you were like 2 minute
misspeak
rant. I'm
because
like,
I
I
got
didn't let
something
you
else
do a
going
minute.
on in my head. Um,
I'm sorry, guys. I do if I want to tell all my wonderful friends that have me on their shows. I do appreciate you will have me on your show, knowing that I have the attention of a monkey on PCP. So the fact that you're willing to
okay,
have me on your show and do that, I do appreciate you. Anyway, go ahead.
so it didn't even the ruling didn't even weigh in, and this is according to NPR. And yes, I'm double checking this because I don't want to screw this up. It didn't even weigh in on the legality of the order, on whether it was legal or not. It was more about them challenging the order when they did, which is
Okay.
kind of dumb. But um,
Do you think this is a little bit of political theater?
yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Good. All right. And then I was picking up the vibe. Good.
I think it is, and the thing is that it's, and this is something that you realize with the Trump administration, especially when you look at a lot of the stuff they've done. It's a lot easier to get people to think they can't vote or think they can or can't do something than to actually put the law in place to say that they can or cannot do that. It's a lot
Right.
easier to just make them think they can't. This is one of the reasons with why with everything he does, a go, I read the law, I read the executive order, I look
Mm-hmm.
at exactly what it says and exactly what it does, because you look at a lot of his stuff and it's like, that's not exactly what everybody's saying it is. But it's mainly because he's like, with him trying to rename the Gulf of Mexico, or better yet, here's this: Lake Ontario as Lake America. You can't fucking do that. No. But he's gonna get people to think that he did.
Oh, kind of like the Gulf of Mexico thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's pissed off at Canada
because
because
the only one that's using that is like his, fucktard base. Like that's like that. Those are the ones using that. Nobody else is. Everybody's still saying Gulf of Mexico. I mean, I've said it for 49 years. You think I'm going to change now? Just saying. Yes, there is. It is. There is a term because it's on FetLife.
Well, now
and I
she's
will tell
looking
you.
it
Let me
up.
pull.
You know she's looking it up now.
Yeah. There is. There's a term because it's one of the sexual orientations on FetLife. So there's several. I have several on my profile. So anyway, moving on. So okay. So with it being more about more because like I think there because we're only what 3 months till the primaries, wasn't that? Um, I mean, what to the general. So, my kind of feeling is, this is a lot of political theater, but like, and he's trying to see what's, but like, even to get it implemented, if he wanted to, I don't think you could do it by then.
Yeah.
To mobilize it across the whole
very,
country.
very difficult. Which I think.
Hi, John.
I think part of everything that they're going on about voting with is I think they're essentially trying to get as many people not to vote as possible because, and this is just the way that the numbers work.
Yeah.
The more people that vote, the more Democratic it tends to go. His numbers are in the fucking toilet where they belong, and actually they belong lower than that.
Yes.
They belong in the center of the earth. But I'll take the toilet for right now.
I'll take the sewer. It's fine. That's where he belongs anyway.
They're also, hey Ryan. They're also, I need to get with you because I need some sewing advice on something that I want to do, but I don't know how to sew this kind of thing. So I need to get with you on that. But they're trying to get people not to vote because his numbers are in the toilet. His candidates are losing left and right. Mike Lindell lost. Fucking Andy Ogles lost his primary and got kicked out of Congress because of it. Paxton is fucking losing in Texas. Granted,
which is
Texas
amazing.
Has a ton of problems. And he was not well liked by Texans regardless. But holy crap. Like,
yep.
The amount of the amount of shit that and the thing is like the Republicans know that they're fucked. Because most of the time in midterms, the midterms tend to be a referendum on the president, whether you like it or not. And usually the party that is not in the White House usually ends up picking up seats. It's going to be a fucking massacre this time. I mean,
yeah.
Like, people are so, like, the fucking Sarasota school board. Holy shit!
I'm so fucking I'm so happy. I cannot get over how happy I am because my kids went to Sarasota schools and I have friends that work in Sarasota County schools. And it's been hell. And one of my friends is an ESO teacher. And
by the way,
English is
quick explainer. Sarasota School District, they're one of the school districts that were taken over for Moms for Liberty and did a whole bunch of anti-LGBT stuff, a bunch of book bans, said they were going to cooperate with ICE and a whole bunch of other shit. So they got kicked out.
which is bye. Bye, bitch. I'm so happy because the person that led that was handpicked by Ron DeSantis, and their uh their husband, her
Yes.
husband, sexually assaulted a woman they were both sleeping with, and this woman has been out about the LGBTQIA plus community, and is a fucking hypocrite because she was sleeping with another woman and having threesomes with her husband. That's not the issue. The issue is that she was
Yeah.
being a fucking hypocrite, and then what happened was the woman broke off the relationship with her and her husband. Her husband over to her house and sexually assaulted her.
Yeah.
And then she kind of like just kind of ignored it and didn't really say, like, try to pretend like it wasn't happening. um so it was a scandal, and it was and so I'm not saying her name because I don't want to say her name because she's a terrible person,
Yeah.
and I don't, but just to give you the lowdown on that. So
Yeah.
I'm so glad they're gone. And
Yeah. And the thing is in Sarasota, uh it's like 2/3 of the population are Republicans. They voted for the Democratic backed school board members. And the thing is with between that and Texas and some of the other places that are going on, the fact of the matter is that Trump might have helped get some of these people elected for a while, but he ended up being so toxic, which I saw this coming from the get-go, but he ended up being so toxic that now it's sinking them and they don't know what the fuck to do about it. Because a lot
mhm.
of people, regardless of their opinions on various cultural issues, they're fucking sick of the cultural war shit. They're fucking sick of it when they can't afford gas, they can't afford food, they can't afford their medication. They're like, I don't give a fuck. Just get it to where I can afford my fucking medications.
Right.
Like, it's just like, because I was talking to my mom about it, and my mom is she's part Chickasaw, so she gets all her health care through them, and she gets it for free. And she's like, I don't know what I would do if I didn't get my health care for free. Like, I have no idea. And I'm just like, well, I was like, you end up like me to where I can't get, like, I pay out pocket for everything, which means I've only got, because I've got a couple different health issues, but there's only two that I have at some sort of reasonable, manageable level. And for all I know, I could have a whole lot else going on that I just don't know about because I don't have the money to go to the doctor to get checked and do all the tests and all that kind of stuff. I just don't have it. So it's like,
Mhm.
I mean, it sucks, but it's like, I mean, my medications alone cost me, last time I went to go pick them up, they cost me like $300, and I was like, how the crap am I going to afford this? And that was literally a day a day or two before Seth came out there to get me. So it was kind of crunch time for the money anyway, because like I had to have
Right.
what I needed to, be able to move and all that, because of course, like, moving is expensive, and we had to and we bought a car and all that.
The thing is though, like,
Yeah, she
I
is.
like
My mom's Chickasaw.
um what's
I am
interesting too
not.
is that, usually big social economic change happens after fascism.
Yeah.
People, like, we got like a year,
No, I can't. I'm
almost two
adopted.
years of
They won't let me. I've tried. They won't let me. I'm adopted.
um so I kind of want to remind people, like, that's usually when the upswing happens, after we saw a bunch of
Mhm.
social changes after the First World War. We saw them again after
Mhm.
the Great Depression, and so on, and then after Vietnam, when we were plunged into a war that nobody wanted. cause a lot of economic strain
Mhm.
in the country and so on and so forth. Like those are when you see those like labor. They want to see labor laws change. They want more,
Mhm.
workers unions. They want more equal rights. They don't. They're not. They want equal access to
Yeah.
things like healthcare and education. Like we are, like people are, like we were already feeling it before Trump, but like the past decade has taught us that we had it kind of like we got comfortable, guys. We got a little comfortable,
Yeah.
and
And I
yeah,
think that's
and
why
the
yeah.
some certain people got comfortable. I'm not saying everybody, because everybody's been struggling, since Reagan. But
Mhm.
like for me, I was white and I lived in New England and I had a good support system. So I've been living paycheck to paycheck for so long, and now I know it's like that. So like I know I have a little bit of privilege, but you know, but I also know so many people that don't, and I'm just like, yeah, I just think this system's stupid. Like I have
Hey,
a special
Tori.
hatred for capitalism. I have a
Mhm.
very,
Yeah.
very special hatred for capitalism.
I mean, I think part of it was the Republican Party
Yeah.
was able to pick up on the little things that made people slightly uncomfortable and throw them into like a huge ass culture war. But on top of
Mm.
that, the fact that okay, so if you take America and you take like our leftmost politicians, they're pretty centrist throughout most of the world, throughout most of like Europe and stuff. They're pretty centrist. They're definitely not like far left um there. But it's one of those things that the the conservatives in America have done such a good job of moving the Overton window and moving it so far
Mhm.
right that it's like just on this side is fascism, and like it makes it look like people like me who are socialist, democratic socialist in that range makes me look like I'm fucking crazy left, and I'm not.
No, we're
Like
not.
almost everybody that I know that I talk to on a regular basis is at the bare minimum a democratic socialist. At bare minimum.
They
So
just they like what that's the thing though. It's the lack of education. They
yeah.
equate socialism with communism. I'm like, no, those are two different
They're not even
political
the same
ideologies.
thing. One is an economic
I
system,
know
one is
they're
a system of government. Like Jesus
yeah.
fucking Christ. Ah, it drives me nuts.
I know. And that's the thing, but like, because if someone uses socialism and fascism of bad things, and I'm like, those are two different things. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like,
I'll
because
tell you what
they're
yeah. I'll tell
it's
you what
weird.
drives me
Like,
nuts.
and I'm just
When
like,
people
why
are
did
like,
you?
well, the
But also, I
Nazis
know
were
they don't know
socialists.
definite.
Bitch! Come on.
No, no,
No.
no, no.
They were
But you
fascists
also
through and
support the
through.
Nazis, so I find your rhetoric confusing. Because if you support the
And I punch
Nazis,
Nazis.
yeah, I know. I hate Nazis. Every day, all day, every day,
Hmm.
all the
I
time.
actually have
They're
a
always
shirt
bad.
that says punch Nazis on
I
it.
know, radical guys. I know that we live in dear of our dear Lord Sauron, 2026. But guess what? Being a Nazi is still bad.
Being a Nazi is
Has not
worse than
changed.
being an orc.
It is. It is being orc because the orcs are manufactured, and also,
Yeah.
they don't really have choice. They're kind of just the bootlickers, They don't
Yeah.
have choice. People have choice, so that's why it's different.
Yeah.
I mean, apparently, I mean, like apparently, Sauron's providing them with like food and shelter and things, so
Yeah. Through slave labor.
yeah, but they don't know they're slaves. Also, they're not like
Well,
they're
no.
okay. We're no,
I
we're
mean,
talking about
like,
drones.
where
Am I going to talk about the
you're
rights
gonna
of
make me
orcs?
show how big of a nerd I am, aren't you? You're
What?
gonna make me show how big of a nerd I am, aren't you?
Yes, you are. Yes, that's because of our. That's
Because most of the land
because
that Mordor would get its food from
we are in top
is
5
in
friend
the
territory.
is in
So
the east and the south, and is not in the
mhm.
region of Mount Doom where there's like nothing. So, but the thing
Mm.
is that it's pretty much assumed that the people in other parts of Mordor where the food's actually coming from, they're all
Yeah.
slave labor. Because when Aragorn went and basically freed them all, he gave them those lands.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that part. I forgot about that part. I haven't read the books in a while, so please forgive
I'm a
me.
Lord of the Rings nerd. I'm sorry, guys.
I
Like, yeah, I'm a Lord of
Okay,
the Rings nerd. I
that's all
have
right.
Tolkien's
One of
Elvish
my
on my
favorite
back.
bands is one of my
So,
favorite bands
tatted on
is
my back.
named after the okay, so just gonna let y'all know but what a bunch of big fucking dork death metal people are. Okay, there's a really fantastic band that does melodic death metal, and their themes are like really like about war, but they also are super nerds. And just gonna let you know that so one their band um uh, their band is called Carrick Ingram.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
yeah. So Lil, do you want to tell the people what Carrick Ingram is? And another band that I also really love is Amon Amarth, which is also a Tolkien reference, if you know your shit.
I was trying to find my duck. I don't know where my duck is. It's somewhere
They're
in
all
one of my
nerds.
boxes. Yeah, I was
Oh,
looking
and
for my
the
duck.
same one of the people that is in that band, Carrick Ingram, is also he's also he's either an astrophysicist or like sometime like somebody has a doctorate in some kind of like science. Yeah, so I'm author some.
Hmm.
You know Carrick Ingram. What is Carrick Ingram? Ingram. Lil, tell the people for non-nerdy friends.
I know this and I cannot place it now. Damn it!
It
I
is
wasn't
the
planning on getting into.
road. It is
Yeah,
the road
it's the
from. It's the road into Mordor. So from Minas Tirith.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, dorks.
Like,
I know, which is
yeah,
great. Yeah, they have a Tolkien
I'm a
name,
huge.
but they're all Vikings, and it's the best. And they make fun of themselves all the time and produce like really awesome music. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
They're so fun. They do like big Viking ships on their shows, and oh my god, it's like I want to go to a show so bad. Tommy, you and I are going to talk music tomorrow night. Talk about all the
Yes.
metal bands and like angry penis and savage music we like. Anyway,
That's gonna be
we
fun.
keep getting distracted because I'm high. Anyway, can we go back? So the Federalist thing. Okay, I swear we're gonna finish. They're gonna wrap this up. So I swear it's gonna happen. I believe in me. So sure. Uh the thing is though, like with the federal thing, like yes, it was a little alarming, but also at the same time, like I sat there and I thought I'm like,
They're
well,
shooting themselves
I'm
in the
like,
foot.
yeah, they're shooting themselves. I'm like, I live in a very red county. A lot of the people, everybody in my county is 55. Majority of the adults are 55 plus. It is a very like um mid to upper middle class white people retirement sort of
Yeah.
population, and a lot of them voted for Trump, and a lot of them can't leave their house or they can't get rides,
I
like all
will
this
say
stuff.
this.
So
My
no.
concern about Trump getting the voter roll information
Yeah,
is what the
that's
fuck are they going to do with it? That's what worries
exactly.
me.
Yeah, that matters me too.
Because I can guarantee you, like, if there is a government list of like leftist people online, I'm already on that list because my work with Kyle. Like, I've been with him for 14 years. I'm all over that. So, but the thing is that, and also considering the fact that like what they claim as like who are domestic terrorists, like I fit like half of those
I fit
simply
like
because
all of it.
I'm a leftist, I'm an atheist, I'm open about it, I'm loud about it, and I fucking hate Trump. So,
like I'm a progressive Democrat. I hate capitalism. I am queer. I am openly queer.
yeah,
I'm an atheist.
I'm queer too. I'm queer too, so
I'm also an activist,
yeah.
and so I've worked with organizations like Planned Parenthood, and I also used to work with Arrow, which is the youth LGBTQIA queer nonprofit that helps out. Like it's just basically a hangout and support system for queer kids. But like but like I'm not just like no I'm queer. Like no I'm like I'm annoyingly queer. So and I volunteered for a whole bunch of organizations people who say are lefty shit. So they know. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's the thing. I don't know what they're going to do with it. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
Which
Because
and here's the thing. The Trump himself, I'm not too worried about because like he's fucking losing his fucking marbles. But I'm worried about who
he's
they're
also
going to
losing.
hand it
He also
off
can't.
to. I'm worried about them handing it off to people like fucking Peter Thiel and shit. Um, like
And Google and this is why everybody needs to get off Google. Please, I know it's hard, but there are better search engines that are not going to be run by AI. It's I have to do it too. I'm probably going to do it by the end of the week because it's bad. AI's bad. It's really really bad, guys. Like I use
it's
ChatGPT for like research stuff because I've taught it that like you're going to give me vetted sources on this, and then like I've trained it better than I've trained Google for the stuff that I'm looking for, and then which is helpful. Um,
yeah.
but at the same time, that's all I use it for. And then to like fuck around with, I don't like have like, mental health conversations or like, or it will help me clean up something that I want to put in a post, like so the language, like it's just not me just ranting
Yeah.
about something when I want to make a point. So like that type of stuff. Like it's a tool. Like we should be using it as a tool, but like the thing is, so I
Yeah.
don't want AI though
It's
like affecting anything else in regards to how I vote, who like what information that I
yeah.
get, because I'm aware that it's happening, and I can mitigate myself to prevent that, but a lot of people don't. They don't know like the implication. They know implications of AI. That's the thing I'm more scared of.
Oh, something I totally forgot to do earlier. I blame my ADHD.
Mm.
Tommy! Okay.
Hi, Tommy.
I had to yell at
Yes,
Tommy.
Tommy's here.
Like
Well,
it's a
okay.
thing. I gotta yell at people. I don't know how the hell that got started, but now that's just kind of my thing. When I pop into chat, I yell at people. I don't
I
know how
just
that
get very
happened.
excited and I smile really big and I'm like, oh my god! And then I get all excited. So,
There we go.
but it is
Oh
like
boy.
I think that's the frustration with it is like
Hmm.
I live in and I'm surrounded by smart people. I that's why I hang around with all you
You're pretty damn
motherfuckers because
smart
you're
yourself, by the way.
oh, thank you. But like you guys, like I know so many people with so many backgrounds and like are educated on like way more about politics than I do. Amber knows
I would hope so. I've been watching it
more
for
of
26
everything.
years.
Yeah, so like like I know a whole shit ton about psychology,
Yeah,
and
which I don't. So
yeah, so like everybody's got their like special interests, right? And that helps
yeah.
because then I learn new things, and it doesn't keep me like in this echo chamber like I do. But like, here, let me give you more
Hmm.
information, like facts to work with,
Yeah.
not just opinion, And that's what keeps the gray matter going, so I don't get the age rot in my brains.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate that. But
Hmm.
I'm lucky. I'm privileged because I
Yeah.
just grew up in a household where my dad, even grew up in a religious household, like don't believe me, fact check.
See, yeah, like that's the one thing that like I've described my upbringing like my church was very fundamentalist, very evangelical, and very Christian nationalist. My school was, but my parents weren't. And so that's why I kind of have one foot in, one foot out. But like that's one of the reasons why even being surrounded by school and church and shit with all the funny stuff, I never really bought like the whole like the flood actually happened thing because my dad was like, no, follow, like, go dig into science because he realized from a really early age I was really good at science and he encouraged me there.
Um,
So,
my dad, like my mom and dad never like they only had like a high school education. But um all of except for my brother
agreed.
Tom, all of us have even my brother Dickie, he never he dropped out of high school, but he is a fantastic artist and has studied art
Mm,
on his own, so he is educated on art and how to create art. He created his own graphic design company. And other than
mm-hmm.
my brother Tom, the rest of us are all like me, and all of us are like me and my brothers are educated in some way, either college education or learned a trade. You know, but and that's because our parents didn't have a college education, and they were encouraging their children to get one because they knew even if like we didn't work in the fields like we got our degrees for it, we had a leg up, you know, in
Yeah.
society at the time. You
I
know,
mean,
that was the thing about when my
yeah.
parents were coming up, was about getting your kids into college, you know, because they came
I
out of
yeah.
the World War II time. And then also they remember at
Later,
that
Lyra.
time when they were teenagers and, oh, bye, Lyra. They remember that time from when they were teenagers because they were young adults after the end
Mm-hmm.
of the Second World War. And there was a
Yeah.
big economic change at that time, and
Yeah.
America was doing really pretty fucking sweet at the time financially, and there was a
And
lot of social
literally,
programs together.
the thing is, if you look at it, it literally took to the war to get us completely out of the Great Depression.
Exactly.
Yeah, like the economics with that are super interesting. But it's like, I mean, like you were saying, like even if you don't work in your field, like for instance, I'm not working in my field right now. I am a historian by trade. I'm not working in my field because frankly, where I live, there are no fucking museums, and then half of the museums in the U.S. I'm blacklisted from. So what am I supposed to do? Um, but people who know me, I have degrees in two other fields that I'm not actively working in those fields, but like my political science degree I use all the time because I do political content here. So I use that
Right,
all the
and
fucking time. Even my history degrees come into play because I understand the way that things happened and how we got here. Hey, Dade.
excuse you, Dade. Excuse you.
Thank
It
you.
is, but it's so Dade, you need to Dade, DM me, or
Tell me how
because I
awesome
need to
this
get you
shirt
on my
is.
show. Yes, I love
That's
that
awesome.
shirt. Yeah, it's a great shirt. Um, I will buy more people's merch when I have disposable income, guys.
I
Oh,
wanted
Miranda,
so
mwah, hi, honey.
they gave us one that said atheist on it and Seth stole it. He was wearing it today. Well, I don't know if he's wearing it now, but he was wearing it this morning. He stole it. So now I have to get
Oh,
one.
sneaky bastard.
Yes, it is. I love it.
This shirt I got from Mahogany Mommies, which is an independent black owned
I know it's
progressive clothing merch
mhm.
maker. So I got this, and I also got a box, and I have some other shirts by them too. But this is one of my
I'm just
favorites.
wearing a plain
So
black tank top,
mm.
so I have nothing to show off.
I'm still goth. I'm wearing black. So,
I am wearing
I
black. I'm
saw
wearing a
I'm still
black
on
tank top.
theme. I'm still on theme.
I am wearing shorts though, because it's still a little warm here. But
I'm in leggings because I hate shorts, and the only shorts I have, I wear skirts or I wear dresses, but since I'm home, I've been living in pajama pants and t-shirts. So I'm wearing leggings right now that are torn to shit. They're my hang around my house leggings, and luckily you can't see them. But I did put on a clean shirt and a bra and makeup, so
well, I
I did the
guess
bare minimum, guys.
I can show off these shorts because these
Yep.
also play into being crafty.
You're so goth. You wear black skin. You are goth. You're
So
so
I had to
goth.
fix
Those are
this.
cute.
There was a big rip right there, and then this one there was a big rip right here. So I mended both of
Ah,
those.
those are cute though. You are
I wore it nails
yeah.
once,
Dade has
and
won the
also at
gothiness. He's won.
Day wins the gothiness. Yes.
You win the gothiness award. You get a honorary we'll get you a Bajas t-shirt or something. Like, get you something. We'll get you a
Mercy, come
even
on.
if you're not a fan of Bajas, we'll get you a Bajas t-shirt. You know. Oh, so what was I gonna say? Okay, like I really try to stay on topic with politics and I just got distracted. I'm all over the place. I give up. I give up. I thought we would talk about it and it's fine. I'm
We
sorry.
did.
Not sorry.
I am covering
We
it
did. We
tomorrow
did
though,
talk about
so
it, but we were all over the place.
yeah, I'm
'Cause-
covering it more succinctly tomorrow. I just haven't gone
Yeah.
through everything that I need to.
Oh, David. So I'm getting David Gerald wrote his new book. He was on my show a couple weeks ago. Advertising it. Written by boys. A Woman's Guide to the Bible, and he mailed me my copy. My signed copy's coming in, so I'm excited. Because if you write a book, guys, I will buy it, but you have to send it to me with a signature. That's the requirement. Otherwise, I
Man,
won't buy
gotta
it.
get my book by tip signed. So I gotta figure out how to do that. I think what I'm gonna do is give my book to Marin at some point since we're pretty much neighbors now, and see if she can get it signed for me. What the hell happened here?
All right, I'm actually gonna get this stem done, so I'm pretty. Wow, look at me.
I'm like halfway done with the square, but I keep getting
See,
distracted.
this is for. I don't know why. I don't know what I did.
I don't know why either.
I don't know.
Usually,
I don't know. I
usually,
keep
like,
getting distracted.
usually I'm getting,
like it's the
I
chaos
do,
goblin.
and I can make a lot of progress either if I'm watching things on
Erin, it's my
YouTube
internet
or
wife. Hi, internet wife.
hey, Aaron.
Oh, so okay. Here's a question. If I started a Twitch channel and played like random games, like a couple nights a week, would you come watch me play games? Like and like yeah,
Yes.
but the thing is, though, I make it audience participation where like I would do like maybe like play like Disco Stealing, like a role playing game, and you guys would do choices for me instead of
I
me
would be
just
down
like.
for that.
Okay, all right. I'm probably, and because Aaron said they would be like my co-host, so I stay on track. And also it'd be great because then if nobody shows up, then I have somebody there to talk to, not just like sitting there by myself. So that helps. But because I've been toying with the idea, because like I do game, but I like gaming with other people when I'm
Yeah.
on like my computer, like in my bedroom. But because I use my PlayStation. Even if somebody's playing a video game, we're all sitting there talking and like spending, like, even if we're fucking on our phones and stuff. But
Yeah.
like here, when I'm in my bedroom, I like playing with my friends because I'm not by myself. Because I'm just like, well, I'm like, I like that joke. I wish so and so was here. They would like that joke. So I've been toying with the idea. I'm probably gonna have to create a Twitch channel and then I can stream it to YouTube. So there's that too. So I get more views up on my channel. So there's that. So yeah, I have been doing psych and I'm not using it, but also I could get like, but it's kind of old and I haven't kept up with the state requirements and I'm sure they're changed. So, and I really don't want to do that right now. So I always ask silly questions. I have that's how you find out silly things or fun facts. I know some fun facts.
I am a absolute font of useless knowledge, according to my
I know,
mother.
me too.
So, like, okay, so me and Seth are laying in bed the other night. It's 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, right?
Mhm.
And I'm looking at my phone. And so, one of the ways that I can kind of help get myself to sleep, and I get it, but I'll read like Wikipedia articles, right? Especially stuff, which this was not one of those, but I'll usually read stuff that is just above my pay grade. Like, I still understand it all, but it takes brain power to like focus up and
I
understand
like
it.
when I'm
And
reading stuff
eventually it
about
just puts me to
physics.
sleep.
Like when I read stuff about physics, I'm like, I get like complex, like more complicated physics than like I learned
Yeah.
in high school, and then I'm
Yeah,
like,
I do like
and then my
super
brain
complicated like
gets it.
biology shit
Yeah, like
usually.
my brain, like anything, like social sciences. I like it's a little bit more intuitive, just because
Yeah.
I think it's just the way my brain thinks. Like if it, um, like like even in history, like I can like if you were doing a discussion about Alexander the Great, like I know that's a person
Yeah.
and you're talking about his life, so I can build a story around the facts of his history, right?
Yeah.
um but hard science doesn't do so. It just says this is this and this is that and this is how this leads to this and blah blah blah, and like the pattern, right?
Yeah.
And my brain has a harder time putting those concepts together. That's why I have a hard time with math. It's not because I can't do math. I can do math. But what I've learned, like I'm very good at statistics and I was
Mhm.
very good at geometry because they weren't abstract. Like statistics is studying,
Yeah.
masses of data and analyzing it so I can apply it to real world things. And then the others, so I did good in stats when I was in college. I'm also
Mhm.
good at geometry, not trick, but I'm good at with geometry because if I can visualize it, like I can be in a space and like understand
Mhm.
with like that because it's helpful.
Yeah.
Algebra I had such a hard time with because one, there's too many rules. Too many rules in algebra. Two,
Yeah.
it's like I had nothing to relate those equations to in like a solid concrete. It was too abstract, and that's why sometimes
Yeah.
I have a hard time with science, even though it's like hard facts. It's a little
Yeah.
too abstract because I keep wanting to add more things in that gives them more of a narrative. If that makes sense. Does it make sense? Did
Yeah.
I just
Yeah, it
say
does.
that I think too much in the longest way possible to explain that? Yes.
So, I'm laying in bed, and for people who know me, I tend to have a bit towards like disasters and stuff. And the thing is because like I want to know like how did this happen, which is actually what got me into my field. Is I'm sitting there, I'm like, how the hell did they manage to do this? And that's what got me into the field of history I'm in. But anyway, so I was looking up a list of pandemics. Don't ask me why. But then I noticed that COVID is number 5 on the highest death count. Two of the other ones are the Plague of Justinian and the Black Death. And I was just like, oh, hey, check this out. And he looks at me, he's like, babe, it's 3 in the morning. I'm not going to remember this. But that all goes to like what we were saying about like having knowing weird facts. I know a fuck ton about the plague because I've had the plague. I'm one of the few
Oh,
people I
really?
know who have. Yeah. I think it
Wow.
was
You're the
2007
first,
in
but
New
like I know
Mexico.
people get the plague, but like you're the first person I actually met that had it. So
I was at the
cool.
tail
I
end.
cool.
I was at the tail end of it. And I've got blood pressure issues. Like I have low blood pressure. So sometimes if I
Mhm.
stand up too fast or something else that's fucking with it, it can make me just pass out. That's what happened when I was staying at my brother-in-law's house, my ex-brother-in-law's house in New Mexico. And and anyway, his wife was a nurse and like insisted on taking my temperature, and my temperature was like 101. I run a naturally lower body temperature, so 101 is like me running a 103, 104 for anyone else.
Okay,
So I
all
was
right.
just like, "Oh, holy shit, I need to get to the hospital because my like me passing out and my fever being this high, that's not good."
No.
And it was apparently at the tail end of this outbreak, and my uh, sorry, and my the doctor comes in and he's like, "Have you been around a dog by any chance?" And I'm like, "Yeah," because my brother-in-law had a dog. They're like, "Does that dog have fleas?" I'm like, "I don't know, probably." And he's like, "Okay, has a dog been in the desert recently?" "Yes." "Okay, we need to get you tested." And I'm just like, "What the fuck?" And so they tested it and they
Okay.
caught it super, super early. I was
Hi,
on massive.
Jamie.
Hey, hi
Hi,
Jamie, what's
honey.
up?
Okay.
I was on massive amounts of antibiotics for a while. I didn't really have a whole lot of the symptoms from it because they caught it so early, but everybody in my household got tested and my sister-in-law also had it. So we were like the last two people of that outbreak that had it.
That's
But
interesting.
now, if it ever comes back, I am immune.
I don't know if I said this last week. I think I said this last week. I'm gonna repeat it again for the new people that are here. Fun fact. The reason why we have so many autoimmune issues and a lot of modern
Mhm,
people is because of the Black Plague. So
mhm.
fun facts, guys.
Yeah,
There's a link. They've studied it. So
yeah.
again,
There's also
random.
there's also this one town in England that when the Black Death happened, they shut down everything in and out, couldn't come in and out, blah blah blah. Like they were still having food brought in, but like staying the hell away from everybody. Um,
Hmm.
and a lot of them managed to survive. Um, then they ran like and I want to say it was the of 16 1667. I want to say it was that plague in England that they were studying.
Hmm.
Um, but then they did a whole bunch of genetic testing on them and found out that there was actually a gene that they had that also makes them less susceptible to HIV. But that gene is probably what also uh helped their ancestors survive with the Black Plague. So it's like it's super how all this stuff kind of comes together is super interesting.
Hmm.
Like humans, um, some primates, like I know apes and like I think some of the old world primates, we don't um we don't produce vitamin C, which there might be a pandemic reason for that, and then also the fact that we have alpha gal is a problem with humans. Like that's why we can't get um you can't just take a heart out of any pig and put it into a human because
Put
of
it
the
in
alpha
another.
gal protein.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
humans don't have that. So so what the geneticists and the scientists think is that there was probably some sort of pandemic at some point that having the alpha gal was a problem, and so the people who didn't have it survived and passed on their genes, and so it ended up where most of the world doesn't have it.
Fascinating.
It's super interesting. Like genetics freaks me
Endocrinology
out.
is
It's
so
crazy.
weird.
Yeah, it is.
Like it's
Which,
such
by the way,
a
don't quote me on any of that. I
fascinating
am not a
science. I'm
biologist.
like, I'm not like, yeah, like listen, like, high school education on biology, like I'm not gonna say that because I did take I took some neuroscience classes in college, so as part of my psych degree, so which is super fun. I love neuroscience.
Hmm.
Like if I could do like the super big brain science, I would do neuroscience because it like the brain is just like I'm like, ooh, it's so cool. So just tune in for it. Yeah, we tune in for random tangents
I
and
was looking
trivia.
to see if I
Like
could
it's
change the color and stuff on that, but I don't know how
yeah.
to do that. So
But it's like I like that's the thing about like the thingy thing things. Uh like I have such a fascination, like I will fall down like a Wikipedia rabbit hole. Because
yeah,
usually what happens, I'll start reading one thing and then I'm like, wow, I'm like, I didn't know that was connected to that. And
right.
then and then I'm hitting links and then I'm like, oh, and then I
Okay,
started on like how do cats always land on your feet and all the way over into like an article about like certain types of cancers that affect tigers.
yeah. Okay. So here's one of the weirdest like Wikipedia rabbit holes because, like I said, like I'll read Wikipedia. Somehow I got from the First Crusade to the Neolithic Revolution to fucking Inuit cuisine. I don't know how exactly, but I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I have insomnia. I wonder
Oh,
why.
also fun fact. Guess what I learned last night?
Hmm,
Fun fact. King James was gay. Or at least bisexual.
probably. There were quite a
Yeah,
few that
I did
were.
not know the King James Bible, but he did believe in like the divine right of kings, which I did know did come from King James. But I did not know that he liked the dick. So that was new. So I learned that. Fun
Several of
fact.
them did.
So
Hmm.
now I get to I get to rub that fun fact into Christians' faces when they start complaining about queer people, and I can ask them what version of the Bible they read, and I'm like, interesting that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I mean, you
I'm working on a
find
resource
stories of
page.
nobles like throughout history having like you'll see the queens have like ladies in waiting that they were a little too close with. You
Mhm.
also see like in courts like courtesans who are a little too close to the king in some ways. Um, like I mean, if you were king or queen, for the most part, you got to do pretty much everything you wanted. So
Yeah, like it's well, like also too, like the thing about the like and this is the thing that comes over and over and over again, okay? Like we know that people in like upper realms of government, the Epstein class, are terrible people, right? And but they'll tell us, like, us dirty little queers, we're the deviants. And I'm like, honey, I'm like, you are doing the things that I could
yes.
not put together in my head. And then I'm always like, that's because you have power. And the rest of
Mhm.
us, we don't, though we should all be equal under the law, we are not.
Yeah.
And the odds are never in our favor.
No, they're not.
so so maybe that's why when we find like I think people also like the image of the glorious past, and then you point out to like these motherfuckers were just as fucked up as you thought they were. And and you point that they're surprised that people like that in history anyone associated
Yeah.
with religion would kind of be a deviant. I'm like, are you living in 2026? Because this has been going on since ever.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
oh,
everyone, when as soon
like
as
yeah,
somebody found out they could sell someone a lie.
yeah, like you find out all these weird shit like about the royals and stuff, but I'll tell you something about history that what really made me interested in history because so my bachelor's degree is actually modern European history, which covers everything from the Renaissance all the way up till modern day. But one that really interests me and still does, like if I were to get into another era or another section of history, where I will probably end up going is like the domestic stuff. Like how did daily people like how did for instance, how did medieval women deal with their periods?
Yeah.
A lot of people can't tell you. I can. But it's just like it's one of those things. If it's
I
like
learned that on a history. I did learn that on history, a woman that designs historical costumes,
Yeah.
gave me a lesson on that. It was really interesting. I was like, because it was one of those things I never really thought about, but then once I learned it, I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, yeah, okay, yeah, they were just as,
I'll tell you
yeah.
this. One of my favorite series that I've ever seen, it was from BBC, and this just tells you how much of a nerd I am. Is it's the historical farm series where like they'll go back to they do like Edwardian, Victorian, Renaissance, they do uh like early Tudor, like just before Henry VIII like destroyed the monasteries and all that.
Yeah.
Um they did one for World War II, which was really good. But the thing is like, so they'll go onto the farm, they'll work the farm for a year, and they'll live like the way that the people at that time did. But the coolest thing is like seeing the recipes they use, seeing the day to day stuff that they do. Because they still have to clean their house, they still have to take care of their laundry, they still have to do all the stuff that we do. But you also look at it and say, like, they didn't necessarily have the conveniences we do. They don't have Roombas. They didn't have vacuum cleaners. So,
They didn't have
but
lights you could
speaking of
program in
that, if
your
anybody
house.
has a Roomba they want to get rid of, I am all
I
for that.
love we had gotten a settlement in a settlement in a court case, and we used that
Mhm.
money to buy a shark. It is the best hunk of
Yeah.
change we ever spent because our house is mostly carpet. I
Yeah,
have
I
cats.
love
It
so
is the best. It is the
we have
best. If you're
hardwood.
going to invest on any household appliance other like a vacuum, and if you can get one used, better. But if you or refurbished, but get one, especially if you have pets, because it is uh,
Mhm.
a a lifesaver. Because I have four cats, and there's four people in
Yeah.
this house, and
So we
so
have yeah. So
I
we
have
have
something to
3
say about
dogs.
the okay.
One is part German Shepherd, which, if you know German Shepherds, lovable dogs, but holy crap, they shed. He sheds like a full
Yep.
blood German Shepherd, even though he's not. So we end up with like 90% of the dog hair around the house is his. The rest comes from Pixie and Kip.
This Canop's my gray cat right here. Every time we empty the shark, it is most of the fur is gray. Like there is some like we have two black cats, but
Hmm.
most of it we're like we can make a new catnips. I wanted to talk about like you were talking about that show. Another really great YouTuber is Cooking Through History, and he finds traditional recipes and he makes them, and he also goes into the history of the
Are you
place at
talking
the
about
time.
tasting history?
Tasting history, yes, yes,
Yeah, I
I
love.
love that show.
I'm getting the cookbook like as soon as I have the money. There's like
I have
five
so
or
many
six
cookbooks I'm
recipes
not using.
that I am going to make and make part of my normal like
I
repertoire
did.
because
I have. Oh, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Finish it. We're both
because
excited. Go
there's
ahead.
a couple that are like that I know people who have made them and it's like holy shit, this stuff is awesome. And it's also because like there's some of the flavors, especially like with medieval cooking and stuff that I like, but you just don't see them in modern cooking. Like I love cooking with rose water, but you just don't see it very often. And you don't see it like it's hard to figure out how to fit that into chicken enchiladas. But there's like a stew that he makes that has like chicken and other stuff in it that holy shit, it is so good. I've made that one, and that one is so fucking good.
Okay. 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 Um. All right. Well, you have to send me the recipe. But what I was gonna say, I have made Tudor butterbeer. That shit
Yeah.
is rich. It is rich as fuck. It tastes really good, but it's kind of like one of those things you can have like half a mug. You can't even
Yeah.
have a full mug because it's that rich and it's really good, but it is butter. And
Uh
it's more savory than I anticipated. But
Yeah.
I made it because we were making butterbeer, and I hate the Harry Potter butterbeer. It's disgusting. And then on a whim, I was like, I'm going to learn how to make traditional
That's the
butterbeer.
video with the recipe for the one that I
Okay,
made. That's really, really good.
okay, okay, all right.
It's so good.
Because like that was the thing. I was like, well, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna. So I made it, and
Mhm.
it's good. It's good, but again, holiday, definitely a holiday drink. Um,
Yeah.
don't make a super lot if you're because it's one of those things like it because
Mhm.
it's butter.
Yeah.
It's
Butter is awesome.
just keep that in mind. But it's actually really good. I liked it. So
And but there's I know someone who made the Parthian chicken, and I actually had some of that too. Oh my god, that was fantastic. I have not done that one on my own, but I will.
yeah.
I will start doing that one as soon as I have the ability to. But yeah, there's a lot of it's one of those things that I don't people think that food in the past was just horrible, and it wasn't. Like I hate the like old myth that people were using spices to
No, it's
cover
not
up rotten
transphobic,
meat.
but
No, they weren't. If you could afford the spices, you could afford fresh meat. Like, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you could. Yeah, it was like, and also too, people, even poor people now, like they will find ways to make their food taste really good. Like they,
Yeah.
so they're just like again, different, same brain, different technology, different time, but
Yeah.
still same brain.
Yeah,
So I mean, go ahead.
exactly. But
But
yeah, like a lot
it is
well,
really
yeah. A lot of some of his recipes are really really good. So,
Yeah, there is. Yes, butter is used in the recipe. So, but again, it's not as disgusting as I'm describing it. It's just rich. So it's one of those things you just like. It's like a holiday sip and drink. Maybe after dinner. When you want something warm around a fire. But again, it's very rich. So, but it is good. I'm not gonna lie because you can understand why Henry VIII was as heavy as he was. Once you understand two-door butterbeer, this was something that he liked. So just put the two and two together, guys.
yeah. There's the video on it.
Yeah, but it's good. Like I liked it. It's not but like again, it's a Richie drink, and also it's not the one that's transphobic. So, but it is
Yeah.
connected to a shitty dynasty. So trade off. You get a past terrible thing that's not related to the current terrible thing because the Tudor, are not a thing.
Yeah. Tater's had some problems.
Yeah, yeah. I don't understand monarchy at all.
I
It's a
don't
weird
either,
system.
even though like I'm very well versed in especially the British monarchy, but like I don't get it. I
Like I
mean,
just, but I also don't believe on to bowing to anyone unless orgasms are involved. Other than that, I'm not kneeling. I'm just gonna let y'all know that. um,
hmm.
to any future monarch, I will not be kneeling. You can suck it. So that's how you phrase it. Like I will not kneel unless orgasms are involved. Other than that, like
Yeah.
why am I here?
I Deviant, I'm not sure if he's done ancient Egyptian beer. I know he's done Mesopotamian. So,
Mm.
damn it,
Yeah,
it's just
ancient,
making
like
me
yeah.
fucking hungry.
Oh, I learned how ancient Egyptian beer was made when I played when I played Assassin's Creed Egypt. Alexandria. It
Mhm.
was so much fun because like I love those games because you do walking tours and you learn history. It's used in schools. It's so much fun, and so
I
I
have
learned
so much more
how
white in
ancient
my
Egypt.
hair than I thought I did.
Um.
Like,
Oh,
so
I.
I was on, I was on Ballicality, and I was like, "What the fuck is up with
Mm.
this? Like, why do I have hair?" And now I'm realizing, no, it's there. It's just white. I've got a really cool like white streak that looks like Rogue, and it goes all the way down now. So
Oh
I kind of
yeah,
like my
you
white
told me
streak.
that. Yeah, my friend just posted on their Instagram that my friend's a cosplayer and they just posted their rogue cosplay. It looks really fucking sick. So that just made me think of that. You don't know my RC Orchard. Go follow her on the Instagrams. Which I now is
Yeah,
using more
see,
because I have the
there it
social
is,
media.
right there.
Yeah, it's a great. It's a fun game. I also like the Viking one. That was a fun game. Though the plot, I wasn't like I cared more about learning about doing the Viking shit and learning about it than I cared about the plot. Usually, Origins, I did like the plot. I thought that was fun. But yeah, so there's that. Okay, so I finished the stem.
Yeah, like
So I'm super.
most games for me, they have to have a decent plot for me to like enjoy the game. Like I can put up with crappy game mechanics, I can put up with crappy controls. If the plot's decent, then I'll stick around at least until I finish the game.
I like if the controls make me frustrated, I can't. I'm like this camera sucks. Why is the camera not staying in view when I move? Why do I have to constantly move the
Yeah,
camera? And I'm like, why? And then I'm like, why? I'm like, the enemy's over here. I'm looking at it right at. No, the camera's gonna go over here. Why? So I don't
yeah,
like. I get mad when that doesn't happen because like I feel this is my thing with video game design. If you're locking on an enemy, I shouldn't have to play an extra button. Like if I enter combat, then I should just be focusing on the enemy. So just saying.
yeah.
That could just be something you could put because games do it. They put it into the fucking code. So
Hmm.
that's a little like it's my first world problem with games. Not how fuck the gaming industry is. It's just that I get frustrated. um,
Yeah.
but I'm still gonna tell everybody to go play Clear Obscure Expedient 33 if you play video games.
If you have
You must
not
play
played
it.
Outer Wilds, go play Outer Wilds. It's
You gotta play
fucking
that
amazing. You
too.
can
That
only
is
play
also
it
an
once
amazing
though,
game.
and do not look up anything about the game.
Yeah,
Don't
that's
go
the
look it
same
up.
with
Just go play
Expedition.
it.
That's the same with Expedition 33. Do not look up anything about and the community's really good about not spoiling. Same with Outer Wilds. They're both very good about like not spoiling major plot points. Don't watch any trivia. I was starting to look up stuff on Facebook and then I realized I was getting spoiled a little bit, so I stopped. But it's so good. If you love French culture, you'll love it even more. And I'm French, so my people. So my peoples. Also not the best people, but they're my people.
I have German ancestry, so
mm, Shadow Colossus is my family's favorite game. We I kind of like and Silent Hill 2. We bought the new one the remaster when it came out because that's a fantastic
mhm.
fucking game. Um, I yeah, the Dark Souls games aren't. You're not really supposed to understand what the plot is. You just know there was some kind of divine thing that happened and there was like too much royalty, like divine royalty, then thing happened. Now you have to fix thing, but what you're doing may not be the thing to fix the thing. So
Yeah.
depending what it need. um it's a weird I don't know, like Miyazaki has his own way of telling stories that I find fascinating, but also I can't, like, if someone's like, please explain please explain the plot of Demon Souls, and I'm like, oh, I'm like,
Yeah.
you need to watch the YouTube video. It's so good,
Yeah.
noise. Oh my god, I have it. I have it on my PS5. So, but it's so good. Yeah, so it's so good. It's so good. Such a good game. Saw the Silent Hill 2 movie. Don't. I own it. And it's have you are you familiar with the Silent Hill
When the one
franchise?
Sean
All
Bean doesn't die in.
the one that Sean Bean does not die in. It is a oh like
Did you know
I've
that
seen
he won't do movies that he dies in anymore? He hasn't
Yeah,
done
I
for a while.
know.
I
I,
know. It's
yeah,
it's
I
like,
know.
come on, dude, that's kind of your thing now.
It was a thing. like you hire Christopher Walken if you want somebody to explain something to you in pedantic pedometer. Pedantic
Yeah.
pedometer. That's why you have Christopher Walken show up. Roll you like typecast for a reason.
Danny Trejo, which if you know who he is, he also has a thing that if he is the bad guy, he has to die.
Yeah. 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 I follow him on Instagram. He's funny. I like him. He's
Yeah,
so cool. He's a cool dude.
he
Anyway,
is.
so oh yeah, the Silent Hill movie. Let me go on a rant. Okay. So if you I don't care if you have not seen this movie. I am not really spoiling anything. Okay. So um
Silent Hill 1 or 2.
it's a 20-year-old movie. What?
It's a 20-year-old movie. You're allowed to spoil it at this point.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, now if you are familiar with the Silent Hill franchise, the first movie and the second movie are two. They takes place in the same town, but there are two different plots. Um, the first game is little girl is she's adopted by this couple and she gets kidnapped back to Silent Hill because she's supposed to bring forth this god, okay? And she was specifically bred by this cult in Silent Hill to be the vessel for this god, okay? And then and then the mom goes and gets her. The second one is a psychological horror game about grief, guilt, madness, the interpersonal relationships, abuse, and what turns people into murderers. So it is a multi-layer thing, and there's so much symbolism in that game that that is related so much to the plot that if you do not use it in the correct context, it loses its meaning. Yeah, okay, so like everybody understands how symbolism and plot works, cool, and themes, because we're all smart. So for some reason, um, Sean Bean, uh,
Oops.
wife who they adopted this little girl, beginning of the movie. Right at the start, she's having nightmares about Silent Hill, and it's all bad. And then so they're gonna go bring her. The stepmom knows like there's something really wrong. They have to go to Silent Hill, and Sean Bean's like, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, I don't think we should go back there. And she does it anyway. And for some reason, she doesn't. She tells him, but then he gets the police involved. But there's really it's not explained well why like it's not well told why Sean Bean is kind of mad at his wife for taking the daughter to Silent Hill, even though she calls him from the road and tells him where she's going. And then this hot lesbian cop, I call her hot lesbian cop. She's a total bitch. She's great. She shows up and she's following the main character to Silent Hill because Sean Bean asked her, like asked her to. And then it's so weird, and like nothing's connected. And then so the girl goes to Silent Hill, and she's looking for her daughter. But the thing is, though, she ends up in the same places that are in Silent Hill 2, which is a completely different story. And then like Abstract Daddy, if you don't know who that is in the game, like if you know who that is in the game, you know what I'm talking about. Which also has really fucking significant. Same with the sexy murder nurses. Like it's guilt and things there. So it is so. And Pyramid is there for some reason, and he just show like it make like thank you noise, thank you noise knows my pain. Like I was like at the beginning, like there was like little hints that it might be a good movie because I was like okay, like the burn to the beginning. I was like okay, I was like
Hi, everybody.
hi Seth. It started off kind of sloppy.
Mhm.
And then I was like, and then for a moment, I had a little tiny glimmer of hope, and then it went off the rails. And then I'm like, oh my
I'll tell you
god!
something cool.
And
Okay,
I
so
was like,
if anybody
what?
is going to go and watch the
Get high!
first Silent Hill movie, um, the cool thing about it is if you notice her outfit when she goes to Silent Hill, it slowly changes and gets darker. It goes from like this very pale pastel pink to like blood red. But it happens so slowly that if you are not paying attention, you will miss it. It's actually really cool.
See, that's clever, which is clever storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for example, I've been watching the Twilight movies, which again, not as bad as the Silent Hill movie. This is how bad that movie is. It's like I would rather watch Twilight because at least in Twilight there's like there's semblance of a story, and it's beautifully shot, and everybody's like really talented. So it wasn't done by like amateurs. So I like have hope. I think did the director of Silent Hill 2 the Silent Hill movie also do Catwoman?
I
So
don't know.
that's with Halle Berry. I don't think so, but I may be confusing. I don't know. They're both terrible movies that came out around the same time, so that I was disappointed with. So, but like it was just like that. Like I was so mad because like I do appreciate subtle storytelling. I do. Like Jacob in Twilight, he stings, which because they can't show the werewolves because you're told in the book that they run warm, but he never says it, but you just see the steam coming off of him, off of Jacob, when like everybody else is more covered up, and like that's a really good subtle sort of like character thing. Great. I was, oh my god, I'm so, I don't know, I'm not happy about the new Silent Hill movie again. Like it's very, because like the thing is though about like there's some games that do not translate well to film. This is one of them. like, and I was so mad. I was so mad about this fucking movie. And then this ending. Oh my god. The cult. The fucking cult. it's okay. Like oh god. Okay. For some reason they kidnap hot lesbian cop. Okay, like they capture her, and then they like tie her to like this very tall ladder. Okay, and I don't understand why they did it this way. This is so fucking stupid. Okay, they tie her
because
and they have her like
they're weird.
Okay, whatever. Okay, it's called weird shit, but like the way that it's executed, like I don't care that she's going to die because like I don't have any emotional investment in this character, so I'm just like throw her in the fire, because I have no connection to her, and I was just like, wow, it's weird cult shit. And it's because what they do, they put her on the top of this like really, really tall ladder. And they put a crown of Jesus on her, and they wrap her in like barbed wire, I think it was. And she's like screaming, and I'm still don't know why we're killing her. Like I don't like was it a sacrifice noise? Was it a sacrifice? Like I don't know.
I think so.
Because they were gonna kill the little girl because then like
they were gonna kill the little girl too.
Yeah, because wasn't there demons that came out after she died? And then
no,
am I getting my movies confused?
Yeah, you're getting mixed up because in the movie they thought that the girl was like the root of all evil and the reason why they were stuck there.
Yeah.
Which I mean, she kind of is. Well, her doppelganger is kind of the reason they're stuck there, but they
the doppelganger girl.
They don't realize they're
and it was
stuck in purgatory.
But they made that. But the thing is that they made it into one character. So like that was because I'm like no, there's two from the game. What are you doing? And also they just put scary things with scary things. That's the thing with like the nurses and like it's not related. It just like fan service. It's very fan servicey. Like you're just like, oh, sexy psychotic nurses are here. Why? Like, I know what they are. Why are they here? Why is Abstract Daddy here? Why is this here? I'm like, that's from. I'm this is has nothing to do with this plot line. It's just here, and that's what made me mad because it's a bad movie. But I do recommend you watch it. Like, it's kind of one of those. It's like you just, if you are a Silent Hill fan, I suggest, if you partake, to do an altered substance and just watch with your friends, because it's a choice. It's a choice. Yes. So sorry. I was like, this whole movie like drives like, oh, it drives me crazy, and I own it because I bought it, and yeah. Abstract Day should not be there at all. There's no way. I was like,
Yes, I knew it.
my oldest was really funny. My oldest was like,
Okay.
is that supposed to be Abstract
You-
Daddy? And I was, and they
You
were
wanna know
mad.
something crazy? You want to know something
What?
crazy?
What?
The actress that played the little girl in Silent Hill was also in the Twilight series.
She was?
Yeah, she played Bree Tanner in the third one.
Get the fuck out.
Nope.
Wow. Fun facts.
Yeah.
Everybody, remember, this is how you find out fun facts. Like, but that's so crazy. I did not know that. Oh.
Yeah.
So anyway, but like, so I'm in the middle of
I
watching
was
this one.
almost certain that was right. I had to go look it up just to make sure, but I'm like, because my issue with Twilight is like, it's a decent idea for a story. It could have been executed so much better. There's like a handful of things that if she would have changed like this and that and made him not so fucking controlling and domineering, it would have been fine. It had potential, but she.
All right,
blew it.
I'm just gonna remind everybody, if you watch or read the books of Twilight and just replace the vampires with Mormons, it will all make sense.
Yeah,
Just do that, and it will all click together, and you're like, oh,
yeah. It does.
So-
We are over time.
We are over time. So anyway, we're gonna go now.
So yeah. So
I'm
now
gonna go eat
doing
dinner.
the light green and dark green square. Hopefully, I will be on
All right.
to the next row. I've got one more square to do on this row. So I've got the darker green here and the yellow on the next square, and then it'll
So-
be 3x5.
So I finished. Fuck! I finished this stem over here. I finished this one. It's a little sloppy. I have to clean, but I might not clean it up because, like, I've learned that I'm just gonna let the imperfections stay.
Is it cross stitch or embroidery?
It is embroidery.
Yeah, if you ever need any, like, if you want to do like change your stitches up or anything, let me know because I do embroidery too, and I'm
Okay.
fairly good at it.
Yeah. Well, there's a
Hey,
description
remind
of
me
this-
next week, and I'll dig out my embroidery shit because I've got some embroidery
Okay.
that I need
All right.
to do.
I'll remind you. We talk all the time.
Mhm.
Okay. So what do you got coming up, Lil?
I will be on Truth Wanted on the 30th. Because of that, Politicality is going to be cut a little bit shorter. We're going to go about an hour and a half on Politicality. I got Politicality tomorrow night. If you would like to join me, please send me a message and I will get you a link. I'm open to just about anybody popping on with me if you want. Yeah, like, and this every weekend, Politicality, and wherever I am invited. I'm also going to be on your show on next
Friday.
Yeah, next
Friday.
I think I'm actually scheduled for September 20th. You might want to check. I might have been.
Let me check my calendar. Let me check. When?
Hey, I'll do both. I don't care, but
I mean, yeah, I'm like, whatever. Just come on, go hang out. Let me see. Let me pull up my actual schedule. So let me do that. Let me switch back.
either I misread or I
no.
wrote it down wrong on my calendar.
I think
Oh,
it's next. I think it's the 4th. I think it's the 4th.
Okay.
Somebody says Friday. Anyway, Tommy's gonna be on my show tomorrow at 7. So we're gonna hang out.
Physicality is
And we're
an
gonna
8.
yeah. But people will only be half an hour late.
Yeah.
So look at it if you go there. So, But if you want to go, if you want to leave early, because I'm starting first, and then if you're like, I've had enough of Tommy and Helen, go watch Lil. That's fine. I don't care. also as well, I'm probably gonna do the Twitchy thing. Maybe this weekend. I'll come up with something.
Send me a message and let me know. I don't get
Yeah, I'll put on my
like there's
socials.
only like 2 streamers on Twitch that I watch, and I don't get like
The only one I watch is Ben.
Ben, so 3.
And
Yeah.
that's because I hang out there. Like I don't like Twitch. I'm adventuring to Twitch. We're going to go. Helen's going to go game on Twitch and probably play Slay the Princess because I can do audience
Yeah,
participation.
me and
So
Seth are kind of wanting to do like some gaming here or like on another channel or something. We haven't really figured it out. It's like in the future, so because he's still working mad hours right now. So
yeah,
and I'm just
that
trying to
is.
be able to walk around. My
So there you
hip
go.
and my back
I'm
are
looking
giving
for
me
a
massive
job,
issues
but
right now, so like I can barely walk.
I've been there.
Yeah, it sucks, but I mean, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like the way that I'm sleeping or if it's like the weather here or what the hell. But like, so what happened was I was at NailCon, so I was on my feet constantly for days. And then we went to the beach trip and I was constantly on my hip and then in the waves and everything else. So like my hip got really jacked up and it's gotten better since when we got back, but it's still not to 100% and it's still driving me crazy. So I'm just like, nah. And like even like the meds that I take for it aren't really helping and it's driving me nuts. So I don't know what to do about it. Damn it.
I mean, as someone like my chronic nerve pain is managed through weed and gabapentin. The sciatica.
Yeah. I've
That's
got
new.
sciatica too,
That
yeah.
I just developed like in the past month. So lucky
Oh my god,
me.
I've had it for 20 fucking years.
I just got it, and I'm like, and I'm so yeah.
Yeah.
That there's that.
Like
Okay.
my mom always gave me like shit because so I've got bursitis really severely in my right
hmm
hip, and my mom's like, "Oh, it can't be that big of a deal," because I mean it doesn't usually swell up or anything, so you can't really see it. Because like if you have bursitis like in your knee or your elbow, it's very obvious because it swells up. But
hmm
the bursa that gets inflamed in my hip is like the one that's like in the middle of the joint, so you can't really see it. And then she's like, she finally got her say, she's like, holy crap, you weren't kidding. I'm like, I know, it fucking hurts.
Like why don't like this is a thing like when you tell people like oh I have this they're like no you don't. I'm I'm like I'm sorry
Yeah.
you I'm like are you in my body?
Yeah.
I'm sorry
Like,
I
I mean,
thought I was
Seth has
having
seen it where I
an
haven't been
objective
able to sleep.
experience.
Like, yeah. Like,
All right,
it's just,
we're gonna
it's
go.
nuts.
We're leaving.
All right, yeah. See you
All
later,
right, bye.
guys.
I'm
We
gonna go eat
will,
dinner.
yeah, see you next week, guys. Bye.